All right, we're live again on YouTube. Got the Jeremy Rosado EP that I'm mixing live here on YouTube for you guys. It's a follow along. I've got a lot of work to do in a short amount of time, but had a lot of great responses from via email in the Facebook group, comments. You guys are digging it, so we're gonna keep running with the stream. I've got a song to finish and then a new one to start, so I've got to be productive here, but let me go. I'm going to share this link in the group, so let me make sure. Still getting used to the whole running a YouTube channel here. Let's go down and make sure I've got the right link to share. My man Dan hanging out. Yes, sir, another stream. Going to be working all day today, so let's go publish a couple posts. If you guys are watching, man, please feel free to share these links. Any of the forums or Facebook groups, anywhere you think people might enjoy watching a mix take shape from a talented artist. Got some great production from my man Victor Encarnacion. I want to give him a shout out to my buddy Vic, the producer in Chicago. He's a beast. Tore up these tracks. I want to show him some love. Still got to try to get him convinced to come on and do a chat or something talking about what he's done on this. But let's see here. So I went swimming yesterday. My ears feel a little bit... No, I just had the volume down. Just felt a little hollow there. All right, so we shared the link on the Facebook page. We've shared the link in the group. It's time to hit some notes. All right, what's up? We got Colin, Dan in the chat already. If you guys are here, man, feel free. Chime in. You have questions, any thoughts, you hear something I'm working on. I'll keep an eye over to the right. I've got another screen here. I got some big news this morning from Apple. I'm thinking it might be time in the next couple of months to upgrade from, I've got the 5K iMac, the Retina iMac. And man, I miss working from a laptop. I had a mid-2012 MacBook Pro. It served me pretty well for a little while. But all the plugins I use, you see all these effects that I stack and stack plugins to create certain sounds. It beat that old MacBook Pro up, but this one works great. It runs really well, but doing something like a live stream and other things, it's going to be great to get some more power. My man Joey Fernandez hit me up with the specs, but I don't even remember what they were. It sounded like it was going to be pretty insane. And then I saw the 18-core iMac Pro. That just sounds nasty. Nelson, what's up, man? Digging the sub pack? Yep. Usually I'll start a mix without it, and then once I get to the low end and I kind of feel that out, I like to enjoy it from there. But Nelson said he's still on the mid-2012. We turned that into a kind of an internet machine for my wife downstairs, and I don't know, it runs weird. We have 2 accounts on it, and she uses it for Lightroom and Photoshop and stuff, and then it's just really buggy. I almost need to just reset it with one account. It seems to do better with one, but all right, cool. Well, we got some work to do. I'm going to pull up in my notes. This song is called Rewind. Again, the artist is Jeremy Rosado, American Idol finalist, CCM artist. Love his heart, man. He's a great dude. And we're going to make sure we give him our all here on this process. I've got notes here in Wunderlist. I've got the song Trust. I've got some notes for that one. I've got a little ballad called Jesus Is that we still got to go back and tweak. And then this song, Rewind. You can see all my notes from laying in bed. I'm going to kind of take a quick look at this. I'll tell you what, while I look at these notes, I'm going to hit play for anyone who hasn't heard the track, man. Feel free to take your own notes. See if you hear something, and share it in the comments. Share it in the chat. We've got, actually, let me do one more thing. Let me turn my camera off so you guys don't have to look at my ugly mug the whole time. And there we go. So we got some more people jumping in the chat. What do we have? Trez Tracks. Can you do a video on imaging and presence? Imaging and presence. Absolutely, man. I tell you what, actually, this is a new YouTube channel, and I've got big plans, tutorials, just like lined up, Q&A videos. I just want to be walking down the street, go live, answer questions. I get tons of emails, and I love it. But I find that I don't get to answer many of those questions, so I'm going to really try focusing on hopping on here and doing live streams from the phone, from the computer, answering questions as well. So Please comment any questions. Go to the Facebook group, post your questions there, send me emails. Facebook page is rocking. It looks like that is up right now. So yeah, man, lots of ideas. Imaging and presence. I will definitely. Right on, man. From Sweden watching. Man, hello from Orlando. Orlando made the news this morning. It's kind of sad. Try not to get too wrapped up in the news, but that was a depressing way to wake up. There was a shooting in Orlando, 2 buildings down and across the street from where I used to work. I used to work for a guy at my church and helped him with some marketing and some things. And there was a shooting this morning, 2 buildings down. It's pretty disgusting, disturbing stuff. But let's get into music. Happy stuff here. We've got a song. I'm going to hit play, let you guys hear it. For those of you who are new, you will hear the stream coming out of my main outputs, 1 and 2. I'm mixing on headphones for this project, so you guys can follow along. I typically go back and forth, mix mostly on headphones, but then I'll use my IK Multimedia iLouds and my Yamaha HS5s. I use SonarWorks for my headphone calibration. You guys will not hear that. Oh, that's only for me. And real quickly, my man Brian Howerton, I believe is the last name. I think I saw an email or a message from you asking about the average profile versus the custom profile of the SonarWorks. I use the average. They sent me a pair of HD 600s with the custom, and I don't know if maybe because that one had the custom and this one had the average, they sounded identical. When I had SonarWorks engaged, the 600s and the 650s sounded exactly the same. I don't know if I'd attribute that to the 600s having a custom profile or not, but if you're watching, man, I'm going to try to hit you back via email after the live stream. But in case you jump on and watch, I wanted to answer your question. I don't know. I would say if you've got the extra money and you want to be sure that you get it as tight as possible, I would say it's definitely worth it for that security. But I'm not sure that it actually translates to that big of a difference with your results. So, all right, we got Mike McAvoy. Greetings from the Bay State. Right on, man. Sweden ×2. Got some love from Sweden. That's awesome, man. Well, we're gonna get to work. I'm gonna hit play so you guys can hear the track if you haven't already, and I'm gonna prioritize my notes over here.
Let's go. I've done a lot of things that I regret. Yeah. Cold words, burnt bridges, and the time I've wasted. And I know that I've said it 1,000,000 times. But there are days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back, yeah. A little down the road, I can see them clearer. I can see it so clear. My always mistakes in the rearview mirror. I know they don't reflect me anymore. 'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of my story is for His glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind. Oh, yeah. Every day's a rewind. Yeah. Let's go. Well, I admit I tend to overthink. And get caught up in things that I can't change. 'Cause reminiscing is missing what's right now. It's missing what's right now. And I'm not gonna let that hold me down. Yeah, come on. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Yeah. Every part of my story is for His glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn back time. Every day's a rewind. So I I will boast in all my weakness. For I am clothed with his forgiveness. So no matter where you are, it's never too late to restart. Every time you wish you could go back, just know his grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for his glory. So walk ahead knowing that's the truth. You've been redeemed, yeah, you're brand new. Even though you can't turn back time. Every time you wish you could go back, just know his grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for his glory. So walk ahead knowing that's the truth. You've been redeemed, yeah, you're brand new. Even though you can't turn back time, every day's a rewind. So every day's a rewind. Oh yeah, yeah. Every day's a rewind. Rewind.
All right, so I've got some notes. Half that time I was struggling. I've got Safari open on the other screen. I was trying to get the chat window to be full size on top left of the YouTube menu here, and it kept glitching. I had to refresh it a couple times. Okay, but anyways, I think my notes were already pretty well prioritized, so we're just going to go through this, man. This is not a finished mix, so we've got quite a bit to do, as you can see, but lots of little things that I think will make a big difference. I'm going to go ahead and hit this master bus automation here. Let's go to, I'm going to do it on the mix bus, and we're going to drag this all the way up. Sometimes it's easier to see. Sometimes I'll go to the vocal. Sometimes, the kick. The kick is a good reference for this. We're going to come here. It's awesome to see we got some more people hanging out. This is, a brand new channel for me. I'm still with the Pro Audio Files. I love contributing over there. It's been my home. This is going to be kind of a home away from home. But it's awesome to see 700 subscribers after one day sending an email. So we'll continue to push and grow this. If you guys watching or anybody watching the replay back, anybody, any little the Facebook groups, the forums, anywhere where you think that people will enjoy this, please feel free to share it. I appreciate you for it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and then definitely click that little notification. It looks like these guys have got that notification bar on because you guys are here in the chat right out of the gate with this one. Paul, what's up, man? Your videos are great. I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, you guys rock, man. I really appreciate it. I'm a cheese ball, the artist in me, the emotional side. I can get down on myself pretty easy, so it's awesome. The positive encouragement, man, really means a lot to me. All right, so here we go. We've got the mix bus. I want to drop the entire mix bus down. Did I fade that? I did not fade this one out yet. So we're going to drop it down 1 dB. Try to give a little bit more impact. If you guys are just following, maybe you haven't seen any of the other videos, and talking to my man Joey Fernandez. Joey is an incredible mastering engineer, recording engineer, just a sick engineer, music mind all the way around, based out of Chicago. Joey and I've been talking and following the blogs and the posts and the digital media, the Spotify and Apple Music and all of that, and YouTube, and how the loudness wars and all of that's going. And Joey's really convinced me to aim for a -14 RMS LUFS for my masters. And so this is the first project that I'm actually mixing to aim for that. Obviously, when we want to go hotter, we can, but or if a client, doesn't go for it and they want to force a hand. But it's pretty easy, I would say, to convince a client to say, if you master at a -7, 6, some of them are crazy, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. If you go for that and then you're played on Spotify or YouTube, you're getting pulled down and you're going to be slammed. You're going to get crushed with competition. If the competition is mastered at a -14, you're going to feel transients and it's going to hit harder. It's going to be more impactful. And so this is the first project that I'm aiming for that. Obviously, again, we can push it a little louder. We can manipulate the transients and mastering if we need to. or do a revised mix for the client if they want to go hotter than that. But that was a kind of a botched way to explain that we're not going for the loudness wars in this one. We're mixing for great quality music. I'm still using lots of limiting. Still going to have lots of compression. I would say way less, but than I'm used to using, because I'm not trying to make it loud, but definitely a different strategy going into this project, and I'm having a lot of fun so far. So, all right, enough talking. Let's go through. I need to find, so I've dropped everything -1 on the mix bus, and now I'm going to go through and pull up where I think it could come up.
I've done a lot of things that I regret. Yeah. Cold words, burnt bridges, and the time I've wasted. And I know that I feel why. Take it back, yeah. A little down the road, I can see I'm clearer.
That's a good spot right there. A little transition to make something happen. I saw a comment come in. Everyone advises me to use a lossless audio file for reference mixes, but you use iTunes. I do, because I wouldn't say I'm not a purist, but I came more from a musician, writer, songwriter, producer background, and so I guess that's not even completely true either. I started engineering really early. I was like 12 or 13 when I started recording, and I've done a lot of educational stuff, books, I mean, you name it, courses, continual education stuff, Pro Tools expert certified, all that kind of stuff. But my point is, I try not to overthink it, man. If a client references something, I just go grab the iTunes file and move on. If anyone knows an easy resource for getting the lossless file, man, by all means. But I usually just go knock it out, get it in, and just reference and listen, just back and forth to see, basic referencing, low end, top end, impact, balances, levels, stuff like that.
Get back, yeah. A little down the road, I can see. Get back, yeah. A little down the road.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a marker there. Let's go.
Anymore.
All right, and then right there, we're gonna go up again. So for between these two markers, I'm gonna come up half a dB, give a little jump, make sure that worked out. Nope, I gotta put the, bam. Now between those two, we'll go up half a dB. All right, and then we got the chorus.
So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind. Oh, yeah. But every day's a rewind. Oh, yeah. Will I admit I tend to? Let's go. Will I admit I tend?
All right, so here, I'm gonna come up the full dB. And then I'm going to take that out. So you can see it's going to be kind of like a, so we'll go back here, see if we can feel the difference.
I wish I could rewind. Take it back, yeah. A little down the road, I can see I'm clear.
So arrangement wise, we get a lift, but now we've got a little bit of a volume lift, create some more impact for us.
That's right. Every time I wish I could go back, I know his grace doesn't work like
right on, love it. And then we're gonna fade gently back down before the next verse.
time. But every day's a rewind. Oh, yeah. Every day's a rewind.
Cool, and it's subtle enough that when you're listening, you're not gonna necessarily, it's not gonna distract from the song, but it's gonna give a nice lift there, especially the pre-chorus, and then actually it's like a B section, but the B section and then the chorus going loud again. So a couple more times to do that. Check in on the comments. We got Desperado Studios. David, could you talk about how you think about the EQ placement of different instrument and families? Do you decide where everything needs to go beforehand, or do you discover it as you go? Spaghetti Mess. The famous DGR Spaghetti Mess EQ. I think you answered your own question there, my man. I am very much as I go, but I try very hard to be careful with. I lost my train of thought there. The spaghetti mess is cracking me up. As I go, always as I go, that's what I was going to say, context, to make sure that I EQ So if I've got 3 or 4 synths, I like to have those running together, feel them out as a blend, kind of like background vocals. I like to get a blend of the background vocals, sometimes in solo, but then that's not going to matter when you put it in with the rest of the mix. You may have a higher harmony that sounded great when they were soloed, but it's disappearing because you have a piano or something on top of it. And so you got to bring that one up. That's more of a balanced levels, but same thing with EQ. If I've got that high harmony maybe sits on top, but maybe just needs more presence, more top end, and so that helps bring it out on top. So Spaghetti Mess, I don't care about what the EQ looks like, and if I catch myself, sometimes I'll be EQing. Let's come over here and just use a Spaghetti Mess. So if I come in, I'm like, okay, well, cut the super bottom, maybe there's a little mud there, maybe there's something here that I probably hate, and then something I like here, and then I'm like, yeah, that was cool, but there's something like right there, and then I get going, and I just on to me completely might freak them out. Clean, right? So where I've boosted like crazy. Was it the strings? Yeah, I mean that's a pretty big. That's not that bad. So 5 dB at top, and then another 6 or 7 dB. But yeah, I think there's a track or two in here that I've gone nuts on. It might have been the other song, but yeah, I try not to think too much. If it sounds good, it's good, and I just move on. But yeah, man, my man Ben Rico, I love you, man. He said, "You ever listen to live mixes while driving?" I'm testing it out right now. Digging the track. You're the man, Ben. This one live down. Let's go ahead and let's pull everything up now. The 1 dB, and then we'll go pick a couple of spots to put it back down.
Right now, and I'm not gonna let that hold me down. Yeah, come on. Every time I wish I could go back. Cause reminiscing is missing what's right now. It's missing what's right now. And I'm not gonna let that hold me down. Yeah, come on. Every time I wish time. Every day's a rewind. So I will boast in time. Every day's a rewind. So I will boast in all my weakness. For I am clothed with.
Okay, so I want to get that down, but I don't want to lose the impact of
that. Every day's a rewind. So I will.
So I'm gonna try and drop it just before that. So from there.
So I will
to here. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to boom, boom, boom. So at that hit, we're going to pull it down, but where do we bring it back up?
Every time you
right there for sure. Is there anything?
Too late to restart. Every time you
pull that down a full dB, and then we'll let that fade down.
Days a rewind. So I will boast in all
right on.
My weakness. Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that.
I'm gonna let that live 1 dB down because I think it adds even more impact to the final chorus there, and we'll create a fade here.
Even though you can't turn back time, every day's a rewind. So every day's a rewind. Oh yeah, yeah. Every day's a rewind. Rewind.
Okay, so the instruments are naturally fading at that point. I usually do a fade out and I go to the end like this, but it doesn't really need it. So why mess with it if we don't need it? Okay, so we're good there. Check. We got that note knocked out. Go drop the master bus down. And then my man Leon over here in the chat said he couldn't watch day 3 part 2. So I'm going to go double check and make sure the settings in YouTube are correct. I've heard a couple people say you can on desktop but not mobile. Then I've heard some people got it to work on mobile. I'm not sure what could be happening from that. So take 2 seconds real quick and make sure it's not on my end, and make sure that it's public. Look over and see a thumbs down. I only shared it with my email list, the Mix Academy members. Gotta ignore that stuff. It's gonna be haters no matter what. Let's see. It looks like it's public. Yeah, okay, so it's public. Let me see if I copy the video URL. I mean, this may not work. It may be, but let's give it a shot, Leon. Let's see. I'm gonna post the URL directly in the chat here for you, and let's see if it works. I've got a question. I once saw you, do you use clipping in mixing? I once saw you use T-Rax clipper. I definitely used to use that a lot. Now, like I said at the beginning, I'm not mixing for loudness anymore. My mixing strategies in the past, I almost need to go back and redo a lot of my courses and stuff, man, because it really is, a lot of those concepts still apply, but it's in varying amounts. Things like parallel compression and whatnot, I would say for me personally, are now going to be for tone or texture or what I want to happen to the transient, as opposed to killing a transient to make it louder. And so if you look here in my mix, I've got mix A, B, and C. If you're in the Mix Academy, you'll know this, so jump ahead a little bit. If you've seen some of my courses, you'll know. But mix B is a parallel compression bus, and it's not loaded right now, but I use a Fairchild 670. I picked that up from Bob Horn. And I will send my 2 bus here to this mix B and mix C. Mix B is parallel compression. Mix C is parallel clipping. And I've got the T-Rax, but then I also have the K-Clip. I think it's Kazrog Audio. And depending upon what I'm going for, I'll try those 2 out. But T-Rax clipper is amazing. If you're pushing, trying to get things louder, get your mix to a nice place, then blend a little parallel compression, blend a little parallel clipping, and then hit the limiter, as needed, for your desired result. But let's see. So maybe in Germany, I wonder. My man Sam's in Germany. I think he was watching it. Man, that really stinks. I'll have to. I'll Google it, man, after the stream and see if we can get it to work out. I'm gonna try to create a live stream page on my site as well for the embed, so people can just click on, and I'm gonna start streaming more sessions. And then in the Mix Academy, just so you guys know, if you haven't done so yet, there's a $1 child to the Mix Academy, and I'm going to have Q&A every month where I do this. I pull up in the live stream and take questions right out of the session we're working on in the month. But Leon, my man, I'm sorry. I will definitely see you again after the stream if there's anything I can do on my end to make sure it goes live and stays alive and all of that. What do we got? Desperado Studios, all saturation plugins are essentially soft clipping. I don't know the science behind it, but I know that I love saturation plugins. I will say that. Lots of Decapitator, man, these past couple weeks. I've been using that a ton as an EQ, as a saturator. Love that thing. And then we've got Slate just released his tube collection. I'm going to have some fun with that here once I get my hands on it and start using it more. Let's go to... Boom. Let's go back to the notes. Time to get focused here. So master bus automation, check. Gyno Hall down on the BGVs. That was annoying me when I heard this in the car. If I come over to the BGVs bus, I'm going to blow that up so I don't pass it next time. And it's going to the submaster. Yuck. This might change things a little bit, but oh well. All right, so I'm going to check the BGVs up against that Gyno Hall. The verb I was sending to is a little bit thick. Yeah, we'll just turn that down. Oh, it's not even the Gyno Hall. Sunset Chamber. I don't mind them being dry. I'm gonna lean towards. Every time I wish I could. Not that one. It feels like it's going to more than just that. We got the sunset chamber for the height, but the BGVs. What's going on?
Every time I wish I could go back, I know.
Short delay was creating kind of that short room sound. I'm not feeling that. And then the sunset chamber, let's put it back.
Every time I wish I could go back, I know his grace does. And get caught up in things that I can't change. Cause reminiscing is missing what's right now. It's missing what's right now. And I'm not gonna let that hold me down.
Yeah, those are standing out a bit too much. And I had some notes from in the cars a bit.
And get caught up in things that I can't change. Cause reminiscing is missing what's right now.
Yeah, no need for those to be that bright. So, boom, 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 boom. Let's go to, and that felt better. Snare was taking my head off a little bit. That snare fill, this is main snare right here. Yeah, it's not too bad, but 5-7K somewhere up here. Look at that. Let's see if I can isolate what it was. I think it was up there.
Cold words, burnt bridges, and the time I've wasted. And I know that I've said it a million times. But there are days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back, yeah. A little down the road, I can see him clearer. See so clear.
I love me a chunky snare. Let's see if we can get some 150 or 200 in this snare sound.
A lot of things that I regret. Cold words, burnt bridges, and the time I've wasted.
I want it to be deeper.
And I know that I've said it
it's going to be about in there. And
times.
not too much for us to enhance there. Not like a Black Beauty chunk, but get a little bit of meat to it.
Done a lot of things that I regret. Cold words, burnt bridges, and the time I've wasted. And I know that I've said it a million times. But there are days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back, yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, a little bit easier on the ears. Come over here. We'll reference that again. Sometimes I take notes. I'll hit it real quick, try to move on, and then if I listen and reference in the car on my buds or whatever, if I have that note pop up again, I'll spend a little more time on it the next time. But chunk in the snare, bam, we killed 2 notes real quick on that one. Piano licks. Let's go through. Definitely some love for these piano licks. We have to break some of these out into their own tracks. I'm going to treat them differently. What did I say? Piano licks up, and then there's some that could have the telephone effect. I'll spend a minute on the piano over here. Checking in on you guys. Desperado Studio said, Ian Shepherd dedicated a whole podcast episode to the difference between limiting and clipping. If anyone is interested. My man, Ian Shepherd. Love that guy. I'd call Ian a friend. And yeah, his stuff is awesome, man. Go check him out. Big reason why I'm pushing the minus 14 RMS instead of smashing everything to death and back. So we've got, let's see, piano keys.
Let's go.
I'll tell you what, I started working on this piano. That needs some love. Let's go. I'll just put a channel strip on it. And I want some compression. And then we'll drop the volume and we won't get fooled. Bypass. That helped a little bit.
I've done a lot.
And some more volume. And I feel like this guy just needs something. Needs to be more dominant. It's a transition into the beat. It needs to be more impactful here.
Let's go.
Yeah, this has got to have something. Let's go ahead and boom, 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 boom. Duplicate everything except the playlist. And get off the automation lane. And then I'm gonna break this and pull it down. So any of these licks that I want to stand out or have something a little bit special, let's see if we can. I've got in my mind a couple of effects. Let's start with the Cooper Dimension. This is the Cooper Time Cube from UA. Send into that. I'll show you guys a quick listen. Here's without it, and then here's with it. It'll expand it a little bit. So modulation, but it's got that spreader effect, kind of expands the sound a little bit. So any of those licks that I want to stand out, I'm gonna drop down to this track.
Let's go.
Okay, I dig that. Probably because of volume difference. Pull it back a hair, but let's move quickly. I'm thinking I want more, like a delay or something. Let's try like a little slap delay.
Let's go.
Can't really.
I've done a lot of things that I read.
Sure, why not? All right.
I've done a lot of things that I regret.
I already know I wanted something different on the organ. I wanted some meat on the sides. Almost could dig like a phasey thing for the organ. Let's find a sweet spot.
I've done a lot of things that I regret.
There you go.
Yeah. Cold words, burnt bridges, and the time I've wasted. And I know that I've said it a million times. But there are days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back, yeah. A little down the road, I can see him clearer. See so clear. My always miss.
All right, and that is what I was talking about with the keys.
Get back, yeah. A little down the road, I can see him clearer. See so clear. My always mistakes in the rearview mirror.
Okay, let's go slip mode, tab to transient. I'm gonna select this little lick here. Cut it and paste it on our specialty track here. Let me come call it key fills.
See so clear. My always mistakes in the rearview mirror. I know they don't reflect me anymore. 'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord.
Some of these I thought could be cool to have a telephone effect, megaphone effect, some kind of thing off to the side. It's just all too pretty, it feels like. Needs some separation.
'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right.
That beast right there. My man Vic killing it.
That's right. Every time I wish I.
And it's on the 1, so we'll let that note have a little extra impact. Put it down here.
That's right. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of my story is for His glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth.
Okay, and we could see by the transient, there's no more fills. Everything's just on the, just kind of chording along, and then we're gonna come out here and we'll see right about here. Whoop, wrong key command.
And I'm not gonna let that hold me down.
Bam.
And I'm not gonna let that hold me down.
And I would say these need their own little EQ frequency, something to come forward a bit more.
And I'm not gonna let that hold me down. And I'm not gonna let that hold me down.
With piano, I got to be careful with the 3 to 5K, but 7, 8K, it gets kind of.
And I'm not gonna let that hold me down. And I'm not gonna let that hold me down.
Could probably go even more. Let's try a little lower.
And I'm not gonna let that hold me down.
Shoot.
And I'm not gonna let that hold me down.
Let it be a little more full. Something like that.
And I'm not gonna let that hold me down. time I wish I could go back. I know.
I'll help it stand out a bit. Let's come here. Bam.
Yeah, come on. Every time.
All right. Look for any fills. We'll do it quickly. Nothing moving out here. Nope. Looks like the piano takes a back seat at the end.
Every time you wish you could go back.
David, how do you decide the slope when you use the bell filter? You know, I don't. I just kind of, it's become just trial and error, feeling it out. If you mean whenever I come here and change the slope to like a 24 or 36, that's if I want it to be a little more defined, like on a kick drum, sometimes I'll do this. And then honestly, I would say my eyes even see the analyzer, and then I'm like, I want it to be more focused, and then do something like that. But I've heard that question before, and I usually say just experiment, see what works for you, because for me, it's more about just trial and error. I'll click over. With the Pro Q, I love the shortcuts, man. Can't say enough about this. I use a trackpad. I use the Apple Magic Trackpad 2, and the keyboard shortcuts with this one. There's, the Eosis is great. There's other EQs. Maybe sound better, but not to me. I don't really care about the minor differences too much. What I love is the workflow of the Pro Q, and so I'll just start slapping around and pushing bands. Spaghetti mess, as it's become known. Hashtag spaghetti mess. Let's see. Okay, so we got those key fills. I'm gonna put Decapitator on it. Just a little click of that saturation there. Let's come over. I'm gonna turn the auto off. With auto on, if you go to make any changes, it snaps it back to the output, back to to the default. It tries to control it, but I like to control the output myself on this particular plugin here. Let's see what that does to this solo. Let's see if it's giving in a. Okay, so obviously it's got to come back. So that's soft and pretty to my ears. Pull back the output a little bit. A little more grit. A little more aggressive.
Let's go. Let's go.
And then with it,
Let's go.
volume could come back.
Let's go. I've done a lot of things that I
All right, cool. That should help those fills stand out a little bit more.
see so clear. My always mistakes in the rearview mirror.
I almost wonder if we can take the piano from being off to the left. Let's shoot it off to the right. Like it's, the right-handed fills is pretty much what we got going on here. So let's try that in the midst of the track.
See so clear. My always mistakes in the rearview mirror. I know.
And then I'm going to do something here. Let's go to the trim plugin. Multi-mono, there we go. Other trim. And I'm going to slightly boost. Can I? Let's go unlink them. Cancel that. And then this is the left. So I'm going to control just the left channel. I'm going to make just the left side about a dB hotter.
See so clear. My always mistakes in the rearview mirror. I know they don't reflect me anymore. 'Cause
I dig that. All right. So now we got a little separation from the chords and the fills. Piano sounds good. Desperado's asking, do you ever check the phase after EQing parallel channels, or do you switch Pro Q over to linear phase when you're EQing parallel channels? I only check phase if I hear it. That not with drums, like drums and multi-mic sources. I check phase religiously to make sure I get the sound that I want from, the best sound out of that. I get the most low end, or sometimes the opposite, when I'm messing around with it. But anyways, to your question, I don't typically switch the Pro Q out of natural phase. It's almost always in natural phase. I did use it on the 2-bus and the mix before rewind in Trust. I used a little bit in that, and I used linear phase mode on the 2-bus for that, just because I've been told to. So I did that. But I did not take the time to go back and forth and see if I heard a difference. I just trust the information that I've heard from guys much smarter than myself on using linear phase in a kind of like a mastering situation. So we've got piano sitting on top a little bit. We could probably still do some more with those licks, but that's quite a bit on just that one thing. Some licks with the telephone effect. I think now we've got a kind of a cool tone. I don't know if we can...
so clear. My always mistakes in the review.
It's a little loud. Not wanting to go down on. Okay.
Always mistakes in the review.
All right. And got some sloppy edits in there. I'm not too worried about it. I'm not going to hear that in the track. I'm almost thinking about taking this piano lick or a couple of them, duplicating this again, but then using like the telephone effect and like smashing it with a compressor and putting it off to the right. I don't know if it's going to be too dramatic of an effect for where the track's at right now.
A little down the road I can see him clearer. I see so clear. My always mistakes in the review mirror. I know they don't reflect me anymore. 'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that.
A little love to that. Copy that down to here. So both pianos have a little bit of verb, similar verb to the rest of the tracks.
Let's go. I've done a lot of things that I regret.
All right, moving on from the piano. Piano licks. We'll see. Tom fills. All right, these toms. These toms are too pretty to my ears. The way I've got them mixed right now.
And I know that I've said it a million.
And I feel like they could be... They can go left even further from the start. So that would not be that track. It would be this one. So I'm going to lift all these.
Time I wasted, and I know that I've said it a million.
I'm going to undo that. I want them even further left.
Burnt bridges and the time I've wasted. Time I wasted, and I know that I've said it a million.
All right, and then I want all of these down, but I don't know that I want to sit here and... Need like a single breakpoint automation. Follow all. So I can get all these in one go. This might be one of those moments where you stand up and stretch, go grab some popcorn, refresh your drinks. Let me make sure it's what I want before I sit here and do the whole track and then realize it could have been tighter.
Time I wasted, and I know that I've said it a million times. But there are days when I wish I could
I love it.
I'm brand new, even though we can't turn back time.
And then I'm gonna be super picky with a couple of these.
Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind. I admit I tend to over.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop all these. Okay. While I click these all down, if you guys have any questions, I'll keep an eye on the chat over here. This is one of those fun moments where I stop the tutorial video, say, I'm gonna go knock all this out, I'll be right back. But we're live, so you guys have the pleasure of sitting through all of these little automation moves. Probably could have copied that first section and then just pasted it. Oh, well, we're already almost done. All right. This track's a fun one. I dig it. I like the kick where it's at. I like the drums. I noticed that in the car, things translated really, really well, but our car has quite a bit of low end, and it can make it difficult to hear some of the other elements sometimes. So I put on my notes to do another car check, reference, and all right. So we've got toms. Now I want to smash these toms. I don't like where they're at. What I'm thinking is, let's be decisive here. I'm going to send to a new track, and we're going to call it Tom's Crush. I'm going to solo safe it. I'm going to send these to all drums as well. And I think first I want some compression. I'm going to go 1176. On death mode, we'll use this one. I've been enjoying this one, the legacy version. I don't even care if it sounds like the real thing. It sounds great. They redid the GUI here, the GUI. Looks better. I'm gonna pull this all the way back and just go find the toms. Little loop. Make sure that send. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna send it in. Pull back the output. I don't even care about that right now. Okay, and then. All right, not enough for me. I want more grit. Something just, I don't know. I just want those toms to feel like they're just not clean toms. I just want to. I'm gonna drive the snot out of this, and then we'll play with the mix knob. Yeah. Might not be enough. I don't think decapitator's the right call there. And I know that I've said it a million. And I know that I've said it a million. And I know that I've said it a million. And I know that I've said it a million. And I know that I've said it a million. Yeah. And I know that I've said it a million. All right. And And I know that I've said it a million. And I know that I've said it a million times. But there are days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back, yeah. A little down the road I can see him clearer. I can see so clear. My always mistakes in the rear view. All right, it's a little loud now. Got that going to a room. I just want something more than just, I don't know. It's you know, it's the same fill pretty much every time. I want something more from the beat there. I don't know if I want to chop it up. That the John Bellion track that they reference is a lot like that. I don't want to steal from that at all. Try Drum Forge clip. Just mangle it a little bit. Pull the output back. I've said it a million. I've said it a million times. I've said it a million. I've said it a million. Yeah, it's just another little layer of hair. I've said it a million. Little hair on the chest. All right. These two, I should have put that at pre-fader. tell you what, let's go. Both of you are going to go to a new track. It's going to be Tom's level. And this is how I'm going to control the volume of those two tracks, the blend of the two. Pro Tools is lagging on me a bit. There we go. All drums. All right. So now we've got that blend. It'll be maintained. We come down here.
And I know that I've said it
We get nothing.
And I know that I've said it a million. And I know that I've said it a million. And I know that I've said it a million.
Ooh. I wonder if there's some kind of phase relationship thing going on between these two here. There's two tracks.
That I've said it a million. That I've said it a million. That I've said it a million.
Son of a gun. Gonna go.
That I've said it a million. 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 That I've said it a million.
Seems to be more low end with the polarity reversed. It's minor, if anything. Okay. Well, maybe that needs some distortion. I don't want it to take up too much space or have too much decay, but a little bit of grit. We're going to send that to the Tom Smash as well. Okay. Maybe spending a little bit too much time on this one part here, but...
I've said it a million. 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 I've said it a million.
All right, now I'm going to turn the headphones way down low and see if I can balance that a little better.
And I know that I've said it a million times.
A little bit loud.
And I know that I've said it a million.
This guy's loud too.
And I know that I've said it a million times.
All right, so now back in.
And I know that I've said it a million times. And I know that I've said it a million times.
All right.
And I know that I've said it a million times.
Okay, moving on from the toms. Don't know, I'm pretty sure I'm going to come back to those. I'm not sure that I'm satisfied. All right, delay throws for the lead. The piano may need less 3 to 7. I think we already took care of that. So some ad-libs need verb throws. Piano licks off to the side. We'll ignore that for now. A new sound for the lead at hook, delay or saturate. Oh, okay, so the vocal, the lead vocal, Jeremy's voice at the hook, at the chorus, I'm going to create something special there to give it a different tone. So it kind of separates it from the verse sound. We need some automation between the background vocals. I'm looking for quick and easy things. Let's go. We're going to widen the sub and we'll widen the hook. Let's go do that real quick. All right. So down here, this sub splash. Those of you who don't know, I've got an EQ. I'll send toms or big impact elements sometimes to this verb, and I'm EQing before the verb, which takes out all the top end. And I'll tweak this to taste depending upon the sounds or the song. But for you can see it there. It's just it's any verb's going to work well. But I use the 224. Come down here. Let's go. I'll go isotope imager. And just need one band. I want it all to be wider. It would help if I found something going to it. Give it a little A-B example. The impact. There it is right there. Okay.
That's right.
So there's the sub splash ringing out. Let's widen it.
That's right. Every time. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, a little bit. Go more.
I could go back. I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story.
Cool. A little bit of love there. And then what was the other one we ticked off? Widening at the chorus. This could be gentle, but just a little bit for the music. I've already widened the music 20%, so let's double that. So it's about 45% or so at the chorus. And then I'm going to bypass it. All three modifier keys, so Command, Option, Control, and then Command, Control, click. Now I can automate that. We're going to go all music. Oh, you know what? We can leave it here because we have our master bus automation we can look at right there. And we're going to copy the same concept. So from here, let's go grid mode so we get it fairly precise. And then on our all music, I'm going to enable that widener. So it's off during the verse and the pre-chorus, and it's going to come on at the chorus.
'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right. Every time I wish I could go back, I know.
All right, add some volume. I'm going to tame that a tad, like a dB or so. It felt like it kind of jumped on us. So let's see.
'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right. Every time I wish.
Okay, we'll see if that presents some EQ problems, but I think we're going to be okay. And then out here
Every time.
to there. Back on.
Every time.
And for the rest of the tune, quick fix. Make the chorus a little bit wider. Help it explode a little bit more. Let's go to that last one. That sounded kind of cool.
Too late to restart. Every time you wish you could go back, just know it.
I dig it. All right. Anything else that's super quick and easy? Reduce the lows in the choir. The I think I took this note when I was listening on the buds, kind of overloaded. So by lows, if I was listening on the iPhone headphones, probably, I think, was this off? Yeah, that was off. I didn't use that. Okay, let's get rid of it. I was experimenting with that. Let's come over here. Let's check that again. A little headroom down there, but I think it was. So the iPhone headphones, you know, the ones that ship with any iPhone, those are a little low, mid, heavy. I'm pretty sure. Lows 100, 200, 300, somewhere in there. Got the Beats effect, a little bit of it. They felt a little muddy. This.
I know they don't reflect me.
I'm gonna pull some of that out. Yeah, just a little bit. All right, not too worried about that one. Click and the kick. I was listening to some references, and ours has got a pretty good click. And I don't know that it has to. I think I added it. So let's go in and see what do we have. So we've pulled the lows in, compressed it a couple dB, and then we've got this here. I don't know that we need it.
Review mirror. I know they don't reflect me anymore.
If anything.
No, 'cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for His glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind.
Let's put the auto gain on so it doesn't lose volume.
Review mirror. I know they don't reflect me anymore.
Yeah.
No. 'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for His glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new.
I don't mind it. We'll leave it alone. So just a little compression. What was this one? A little low winder. The delay throws for the lead. It's just kind of killing some of these notes. Take this one to the finish line so we can jump into a new song. Movement to the pitch vocals. Lows to the organ on the sides. We got that. Toms needed to start further left. We'll do another card check. More lead P-comp at the hook. That vocal's getting swallowed now, so I'm going to have to pay more attention to it.
I've done a lot of things that I regret. Yeah. Cold words, burnt bridges, and the time I've wasted. And I know that I've said it a million times. But there are days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back, yeah. A little down the road, I can see I'm clearer. I see so clear. My old ways, mistakes in the rearview mirror. I know they don't reflect me anymore. 'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for His. Every day's a rewind. Oh.
Give a little more there.
Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story, turn back time. But every day's a rewind.
So 2 dB at the chorus.
And I'm not gonna let that hold me down. Yeah, come on. Every time I wish I could go back, even though we can't turn that time. Every day's a rewind. So I will boast in all my weak stars. Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for His glory. So walk ahead knowing that's the truth. You've been redeemed, yeah, you're brand new.
Okay, so that's what I'm noticing about the organ. We've got the hook, way different levels than in the verse. The verse sounded good.
The road I can see I'm clearer. I see so clear. My old ways, mistakes in the rearview mirror. I know they don't reflect me in. That's right. Every time.
Actually, it's right at the hook. Whoop.
Right. Every time I wish I to rewind. Oh, days to rewind. Oh, to rewind. Oh, rewind. Oh.
Yeah, we'll keep that there. Just on the 1. Break that. That could actually come up a couple dB. Some cool fills.
Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for His glory. So walk ahead knowing that's the truth. You've been redeemed, yeah, you're brand new. Even though you can't turn back time.
Yeah, I'd say just a couple dB. It's kind of the energy of that, of the hook is the organ kind of coming up and getting a little more height. Let's see.
I've done a lot of things that I regret. Yeah. Cold words.
What I do feel like is we could use a little bit of compression.
I've done a lot of things that I regret. Yeah. Cold words, burnt bridges, and the time I've wasted. And I know that I've said it a million times. But there are days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back, yeah. A little down the road, I can see them clearer. See so clear. My always mistakes in the rearview mirror. I know.
Man, that has got to be something special. It's just kind of, it happens one time. It's not that big of a deal, but the track stops for this. That thing needs to be. All right. Let's we'll go slaps L and R, left and right here. Make it wider, so we'll go left and right. We'll need to probably set the delay times for those. Let's see what works, how it works out. Come on, that's so much better. Here's before it and after. Kind of takes over the track.
Mistakes in the rearview mirror. I know that.
All right, do we need more? Stereo dimension D. Just give it a little bit more.
Mistakes in the rearview mirror. I know they don't reflect me anymore.
These can probably benefit as well. So I want the left, slap there. And then I want the right, copied here. Pro Tools is a little sluggish on me here. There we go. There we go. So how you guys doing over in the chat? You guys having a great week? Good start to the week? You guys got some mixes you're working on? Anything maybe hanging out at work? You guys got quiet on me over there. Let's see. If we mute these, what does it do to the track? I dig it. The highest one could be a little lower. Yeah, it could be a little lower. Been a day of rest for me, says Supersonics. That's my man Tyrone, I think, right?
I know they don't reflect me anymore.
And then I've got this track.
She's so clear. My time I wasted.
Is that? It's a chopped vocal here.
Time I wasted. Time I wasted. And then she's so clear. My no.
Okay, that one should not be in the same routing. That should be its own thing. Clay said it's been a day of stress and it's his day off. That's not cool, man. Go jump in the pool. Go get a tan or something, man. All vocals, the pitch slow. I'm gonna put that down here on its own little track. Get this blended in real quick. I don't know that we need any super deep lows in it, but it's always fun to throw a low ender on a screwed vocal.
Time I wasted. Time I wasted.
It's kind of glitchy.
Time I wasted. And time I wasted. Time I wasted. Time I wasted. Time I wasted. And I know
I don't know about that one.
time I wasted.
That one might need to go, huh?
So clear, my always.
Leon said he's got the holidays. Nice. Just chilling in front of the computer and producing and mixing music. That's what's up, man.
So clear, my
I don't know if this is the just having it pitched down. It's a little bit. Let's give it some love. Let's go top end. Just boost a lot.
she's so clear, my always miss. She's so clear, my she's so clear, my always mistakes in the rearview mirror. I know they don't
All right, so that brought it forward. It's just a little bit muddy to me. Nah, we don't need. I was gonna put low ender on it. I've used it enough. All right, so see low in the track.
I've wasted time. I've wasted time. I wasted
The grr, grr, like the glitchiness of it.
time. I wasted
Those artifacts are preventing me from wanting to boost it at all. Let's boost it way up.
time. I wasted, and I know that I've said it.
So
Time I wasted. Time I wasted.
if I look in at the grid here, can we help it out a bit?
Time I wasted. Time I wasted. Time I wasted.
This is gonna be messy. Let's try something.
Time I wasted.
Needs to be half of that.
Time I wasted. Time I wasted. Time I wasted.
Yeah, this is too much time on this. I'm not sure. I don't know that I care for that. What is this one doing?
She's so clear.
A little bit more articulate.
She's so clear. My always mistakes in the rearview mirror. She's so clear. My always. She's so clear. My always mistakes in the. She's so clear. My always mistakes. I've wasted time. I wasted. I've wasted time. I wasted. I've wasted time. I wasted.
All right, I'm gonna try one more thing very quickly, and then we're out of here. Boom, 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 boom. Movement. When I launch this plugin, it takes forever to load. Gotta give me one of those new 18-core MacBook Pros. Let's see if I break this. Let's break these up. We'll balance them with clip gain individually. And we'll pull this guy up. Let's use our eyes for now, and then we'll match it. All right, so what do we have here? We've got
Time I wasted. Time I wasted. And time I wasted. 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 And I know that I've said. Time I wasted. And I know that I've said.
want it to be a little more choppy. Let's try. I haven't used this plugin in forever. The Tremolo Pan from Plugin Mix. All right, and let's go sync the square.
Time I wasted. 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 Time I wasted.
Yeah, I'm not digging it. Okay, we're gonna keep it low.
I've wasted time I wasted, and I know that I've said
It would be more like a pitched reverb or something just off in the distance. What does it do here?
see so clear.
Yeah, it's super light. That one's already got enough meat. I don't know that we need to boost it any. Is he loud enough?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I've done a lot of things that I regret. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. Little tweaks here and there. Nothing else in this track. We're just going to put that down. I want to see that one. Let's go to our notes. Delays. Ad-libs. Excuse me. New sound for the lead hook. We're going to do that right now. And then we'll hit the throws, automate some levels, and take this to the finish line. Okay. So the lead vocal at the hook. Let's come over here. Let's take a listen.
Me anymore.
Uh-oh.
Oh. I know they don't reflect me. I see so clear. My always mistakes in the rearview mirror. I know they don't.
This guy right there.
No.
This ad-lib could probably go to the hype man. Is that it? No.
Anymore. No.
No, not that one. Where's the hype man? Right there. Not using any of these. Let's get rid of them. All right. Do we have anything on this track? We don't. Let's make it inactive. It sounded kind of cool. We might pull that back in and use it, maybe.
No.
Needs to be lower. That probably could just go there too. Let's see what that sounds like. Come on, that sounds great. Let's turn it down quite a bit. Takes away from... I'm actually going to put it back at the gain staging so the compression affects it, but let's go ahead and pull this down quite a bit. Much better. All right, time for Be Picky will be with the client. Let's go ahead and let's hit this vocal in the hook.
'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right. Every time I wish I could go back.
And of course, more work to do. We've got this lead kind of disappears on those first two phrases.
Every time I wish I could go back, I know his grace doesn't work like that. Every time I wish I could go back, I know. Every time I wish.
Desperado Studios said, been cooking all day, just put the kids to sleep. Right now, I'm deciding whether I should continue procrastinating with David or if I should hit the studio or if I should watch a movie with the missus. So I'll tell you what, as a husband, I'm going to vote for the movie with the missus, followed by some studio work once she goes to bed, and then to either help you fall asleep or keeping in mind that the replay will be available online. I say that comes last. I don't know, that's my vote.
Every time I wish I could go back.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's duplicate this lead vocal track without the active playlist. A little bit backwards way to do this because I'm going to be sending this into the P-comp and the vocal level down there, but let's see if we can shape it a bit, give it a little bit more.
'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. Let's ride. Every time I wish I could go back, I know his grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for his glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind.
I feel like it needs a little more grit. Let's go to Decapitator. Oh, you know what? I'm going to skip Decapitator for a minute. I'm going to try my favorite preset, the Studer Effects Cassette Deck preset, and then I've got it blended. Let's it's going to be nasty.
Every time I wish I could go back, I know his grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for his glory.
Okay, and then mix percentage knob.
Every time I wish I could go back, I know his grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for his glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind. Oh, yeah.
A little bit of that's cool. I think more of what I was trying to go for here was more effect down here. What do we do? Mono dimension D. Let's try this. Maybe even a slap delay at the chorus. So where are we at? What's the level?
Every time I wish I could go back, I know his grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for his glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind. Every time I wish I could go back, I know his grace doesn't work like that.
Nah, we're going to go for like a slap delay there. It's got to be a cool one. Let's do, we already used the mono slap, so I don't want to use that one again. I want to give this its own thing. So let's come down and pick a track. We're going to go 16th delay. I'm going to go snag that track and pull it up to my lead vocal. Let me save. Pro Tools is a little laggy. What was it, 16th? Yeah, right there. Okay, so we're going to pull that up by the lead, just below the level. And I'm going to send a full signal into it. Unmute it for now. And let's have some fun, create a sound here.
Every time I wish I could go back, I know his grace doesn't work like that.
Sounds kind of cool. Boom, 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 boom. It could be a little quicker. So 164. Let's try 150.
Every time I wish I could go back, I know his grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for his glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind.
Okay, that's cool. I'll try something new. For whatever reason, I'm thinking Pan Man with the Rhodes vibe. Dynamic pans, Rhodes. And I'm going to tighten that up so it just kind of splatters around. Let's see what this sounds like.
Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for His glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind. Oh, yeah. Every day's a rewind. Yeah. Every time I wish I could go back.
Sounds kind of cool. Gives a little something. And then let's go out. We'll do the same thing we did over there. Delay L, delay R. Is that what it was? Give a little stereo spread to this.
Every time I wish
That might be a little messy. Is that what we sent? I gotta check and see if that's what we sent the other one to. Might have been delay slaps left and right, but that sounded kind of cool. Just a little bit too much feedback. Let's go up. Did I send it? Up here, we sent to the slaps. Okay, so it sounded cool. Now I'm just gonna come down to the delay L and R. The left and right delays, and I'm gonna reduce the feedback. Feedback is at there. We're gonna pull it down to just a little bit. Same thing over here. Okay, let's check it.
Every time I wish I could go back, I know. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that.
All right, so we got something that sounds pretty cool. I'm going to then blend it in to taste.
Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for His glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind. Oh, yeah. Every day.
I think that sounds pretty cool. All right, so and I don't know that I wouldn't mind some feedback, maybe some feedback automation for that, the tail phrase. We'll do a delay throw for that. Okay, so come up here.
Let's go. Well, I admit I tend to overthink.
And then it's too much at the verse. So now we have a, do we turn it off at the verse, or do we just lower the send, or do we lower the level? I'm going to say the level. So we've got the chorus, and then we have the verse. Let's come down here, and let's try just lowering the level.
Let's go. I've done a lot of things that I regret. Yeah. Cold words, burnt bridges, and the time I've wasted. And I know that I've said it a million times. But there were...
So minus 12.3 felt pretty good. Do the same thing here.
Let's go. Well, I admit I tend to overthink.
Here, I don't mind having a little bit more than that.
Let's go. Well, I admit I tend to overthink.
Yeah, I'm down for that. And then out here.
Can't turn back time. Every day's a rewind. So I will boast in all my weakness. For I am clothed with His forgiveness. So no matter.
Little vocal love here.
So I will boast in all my weakness. For I am clothed with His forgiveness. So no matter what.
Where is that S coming from? I wonder if the delay... Let's come here real quick. Delay. Mute. I don't want that S getting any kind of delay. So if that's what it was, we're going to mute the send. No, it sounds like there's something else with... I'm getting a ch sound. No other vocals there. So it has to be coming from this. Shoot, if I delete it, does it stay there? Yep. So is it this? I don't even know that that's part of it, part of his phrase. Look at that. Okay, a little glitch, maybe like a breath that got chopped off in the vocal comp, but we're good. Now I'm okay with this verb stand. And that, clip gain wise, kind of disappears on us.
Forgiveness, no matter where you are, it's never too late to restart. Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for restart. Just know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for His glory.
And then at the end, I don't know that I dig. We got all these other things going on. Having all that delay is a little messy on his voice, so I think I'm gonna lower the level for the whole last section there.
Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for His glory. So walk ahead knowing that's the truth. You've been redeemed, yeah, you're brand new. Even though you can't turn back time, every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that.
And then every time seems to get lost a bit.
Every time you wish you could. Every time.
So that whole first section there.
Every time you wish you could.
Little much, but good call.
Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for His glory. So walk in. Every time you wish.
Go ahead and hit that for a couple of these. A lot of energy there at the beginning of the hook and get that vocal on top.
Every time you wish you could go back, just so I walk in. And I'm not going. Every time I wish I could.
I think I did it for that one, but we'll go a little more.
Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for His glory.
His compression and stuff, I'm almost wondering if I need to make him feel a little more articulate. the k and p and t.
Every time I wish I could go back.
Could. I don't know. That's being a bit picky.
Could go back.
But take this little thing here. We can come in and spike it up.
Could go back. Every time I wish I could go back. I know.
Back. It's kind of in the performance, and we'll leave that one. We got one. All right. Vocal is definitely different between the sections. Let's feel it out, see if it's too dramatic, if it's not dramatic enough. Let's kind of feel this out.
I know they don't reflect me anymore. No. 'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. Let's ride. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for His glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind. Oh, yeah. Every day's a rewind. Yeah. Let's go. Well, I admit
A little bit much right there. What is a 16th delay doing there? Put a marker. For those ad-libs, there's a bit much there. Pull that down to match the next verse. It's a bit empty there, the track, so.
rewind. Oh, yeah. Every day's a rewind. Yeah. Let's go. Well, I admit I tend to overthink. Yeah. Let's go. Well, I admit.
I'm nearing the moment where I know I'm starting to get a bit picky. I start going in and hearing little things to tweak.
Let's go. Well, I admit.
Just for this one, we'll give this little feel of a. All right, where are we at? Big picture. Need a new sound for the hook. I think we did that. It's not too bad. Delay throws for the lead. Some ad-lib throws, verb throws, some verb. Some of those need some verb. That's quick and easy. Let's go hit that. We got some ad-libs. That's a hype man, and then we've got where the ad-libs at. Oh, not that guy. Where's the?
Time I wasted, said I regret. Yeah. Cold words, burnt bridges, and the time I've wasted. Time I wasted, and I know that I've said it a million times. But there are days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back, yeah. A little down the road, I can see them clearer. I can see so clear. My always mistakes in the rearview mirror.
I might be crazy, but I feel like the piano needs to, when it comes in right there, it needs to take center stage. I'm going to drop the organ a couple dB once that piano comes in. Just a little bit to kind of let it shift a bit.
Wish I could rewind. Take it back, yeah. A little down the road, I can see them clearer.
That is so much better. That was a lot to take in with both of them going full throttle there. So then we have the hook, and then it goes back to organ.
Cause reminiscing is missing what's right now. It's missing what's right now. And I'm not gonna let that hold me down. Yeah, come on. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I think that was it. Okay, cool. Good call there. If I say so myself, what do you guys think over in the chat? You got any questions? Anything you hear that you don't like? Anything you hear that you love? You want me to cover and show you the track-by-track look? You can always go back and watch the replay, but if you're here live, you deserve a little special treatment. If you have anything at all you'd like me to feature, showcase, tell you what I did to, by all means, man, hit me. I'll keep an eye over here in the chat. Let's look at my notes real quick. We've got delay throws for the lead, automate some BG levels. That'll really come. I'll put more specifically. I'll hit that as I go or put notes, minute marks. More lead peak comp at the hook. We took care of that. Movement to the pitch vocals. Done deal. Car check. So we're down to the lead vocal, some throws, some ad-libs. That's what I'm hearing. We need to give some love. Let's go ahead. We did the 16th delay. Let's send the lead to, what is delay throw 1? It should be up here under the vocal, actually. Vocal delay 1. And I just got a stock. Okay. We'll use that for now. All right. So up here underneath the lead vocal level. And we've got, we're starting with an 1/8 delay. I think we're going to go to either a quarter or a half. Let's see, time I wasted, so yeah, quarter or half, we'll find it. And then let's just put it in the mix and then we'll figure out. So delay throw 1, vocal delay 1. Tyrone, Supersonic States Q. Only question I really have is how are you highlighting a section and moving the highlighted space up and down tracks? My man, check this out. So you highlight and then the P key goes up, the semicolon goes down, L goes left, transient. It's kind of like you can tab to transient with those keys. It's like the arrow keys on your keyboard, L semicolon and then apostrophe, I think it is, yep, and then P. So you can highlight and go up and down with P and the semicolon. So if you have a section there and then you want to come down and automate an effect or unmute it for that certain effect, but you can also find sections by using, so right now I'm jumping left and right between these two regions, these clips. If I want to, I can hold shift and it's like tab to transient with those keys when tab to transient is on right there. If I turn that off, I'm not sure if it reacts the same, does it? It goes clip, so it goes between clips. So I can highlight a whole clip. I usually just leave tab to transient on. Yeah, man. Vic, my man Vic, the producer of these tracks, is in the chat. What's up, my man? Man, Vic, I love you. You make me look good. You make me sound good. When I mix your tracks, it comes out hot. The teamwork, my man Vic in the house. Go drop some comments, man. You guys have some questions for Vic. Let's see here. We've got the lead vocal. Vic, you got to tell me if you have... don't tell me here. We'll do mix notes offline, but you got to tell me what you think, man. Let's see. Lead vocal, we got it sounding good. Let's go to the... Tyrone said you're the man for that. That's going to save me time. Hey, man, just here to help. That's... You watch enough of these, you pick up some stuff. Teamwork, man. Making the dream work, Vic said. Right on. There's Dan giving Vic some love. Nice production. It is indeed. Let's see. One more thing I was going to do. What was I going to do? Delay throw. Bam. We're going to vocal delay 1. We've got it there. It's going in. Okay, it's all the way hot. We're going to start at the first verse, but I don't know that we'll have... Let's find actually a part.
I've done a lot of things that I regret. Yeah. Cold words, burnt bridges, and...
That right there. We need more C from that cold.
Cold words, burnt bridges, and the time I've wasted. And I know that I've said it a million.
And then that beginning of that phrase, some music going on. Let's boost that a bit.
And I know that I've said it a million times. But there are days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back.
Rewind. Fill that gap right there. So we got vocal delay. Let's turn it on and see where we're at. Let's pick the timing.
Could rewind.
All that feedback.
Could rewind. Take it back.
Gonna need a...
Could rewind. Take it back. Could rewind. Take it.
Man, that thing is feedback mania.
Could rewind. Take it back.
No feedback works better. Okay. Maybe a little, we gotta have a little bit of feedback. Okay, because we're gonna affect it like a beast here. Sounded good clean though. I like to just kind of pick some peaks in here. Just mangle it.
In time.
I didn't like taking out the... I liked it better before I did any of that. Delete.
In time. In time. But they were
A little smaller. Dig that. Could be super compressed. Let's
in time. But they were in time. In time. But they were in time. But they were
all right. And because we can, I'll put movement. All right, once we get this vocal, some delay throws, maybe a couple verb throws, I think I'm going to end this stream. We'll start a new one after I take a food break and need a snack, get some fruit, some veggies. Some of you guys know this already, but man, I'm proud of it. I grew up playing soccer, grew up playing all sports really. Travel soccer, just obsessed with soccer, traveled all over the place, was pretty decent at it. And then, I don't know, man, I'm only 33, but somewhere along the past few years, stress, I don't even know. I got out of shape, man. I lost myself a bit. I gained like 50 something pounds around Christmas, 2 weeks before Christmas last year. I said enough is enough. I stopped drinking soda, started a very simple eggs with a veggie in the morning, veggie with a protein at lunch and dinner, and stopped drinking soda, Gatorade. I almost miss Gatorade, but I used to drink it religiously, sugar all the time, and then anything I wanted. I didn't rob myself. If I wanted to eat pizza, it wouldn't just be 1 or 2 or 3 pieces. It'd be like competition with myself every night to see how much pizza I could eat. And my stomach expanded, and I could down some food. And before you know it, I had enough. 2 weeks before Christmas, I said enough is enough. And then I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks, I lost like 30 or 40 pounds. And then within a couple of months, it was 50 pounds. And so I'm down. I was at like 240. I'm 185 right now, 185, 190. Fluctuates between there, but good stuff, man. I would tell you that not only has it changed my life, it's changed my mixing. I feel like I have more energy, I'm more productive, more focused, determined. I don't know if that helps anybody out there, but if you have any questions on health and all that, man, I did a 180, 360, whatever the right phrase is. Let's see here. Delay throws. Back on track. Why did I bring up food? Oh, because I'm going to go eat. I have my vegetables. Get my banana. Get some spinach. Maybe some salmon. All right, so plucking around. This preset works really, really well for me on delay throws. Let's see what it does on this guy here. Okay. That eighth is not going to work. So... or dotted eighth might work. What would it be? Music theory. I need to... let's see. Eighth note. Would it be... it's kind of a... would it be a triplet? Vic, you got to help me out here. What is it? No. I think it's regular, but I don't know that I don't know if this is going to benefit from a choppy. So sometimes it's going to be me not having the right setting here. Sometimes the phrasing is not in with the beat as tight as it could be, and so it'll throw some of this off. Let's turn it way down. Trying to add a little bit of, the isotope, what's that? Stutter Edit Pro. I think that's what it is. Trying to add a little bit of that to the delay throw. But I want it to bounce in time. So in time, so like a da-ga-da-ga, and yeah, I'm not sure which timing I want though. But regular timing doesn't seem to. Let's try 16th. Let's go.
In time. In time. But there are days.
Yeah. 16th dotted seemed to work a little bit. I could turn it down a bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't want to grab the dry knob. Got to close and reload the plug-in.
In time. But there are days. But there are days. In time. In time. But there are days when I'm in time. In time. In time.
And if it's in there, it needs to be way lower. Okay. I may turn that off, but... So we found a spot where we could dig a delay throw. Let's send it to a little bit of a verb. Gino Hall.
In time.
And we're going to lower the volume of it.
In time. But there are days. But there are days.
And I'm going to go for my Blue Cat's Patchwork. Studer.
In time. But there are days. But there are days.
Man, I love that.
In time.
That's cool. That's cool for now, at least. Let's go. Got another song I gotta jump into.
But there are days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back.
Okay, so now it's about opening it up when we need it, closing it when we don't. So vocal delay, pull this front and center. I'm gonna mute it. And then I'm gonna command control click, and we're gonna pull it apart when we want it. So we're gonna unmute it there.
And I know that I've said it a million times. But there are days when million times. Million times. But there are days when I wish I could
The last thing I'm gonna put on here, I think, is Pan Man. Want a little side-to-side motion here, not wide. And slow. Let's go rhythm step. We'll go tempo. And not a bar, but maybe like a quarter and half note or a whole, yeah, maybe a bar. Offset, feel, width, soothing, soft.
million times. But there are days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back a little down the road.
No, we need it faster than that. Quarter.
Million times. But there are days when I wish.
Just so it doesn't stay in the same place. A little wider won't hurt. Okay. Tweaking to taste, man. All right, let's see.
But there are days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back a little down the road.
I don't know that it needs it here. Let's see.
Days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back a little down the road. I can see him clearer. See so
Clear.
clearer, see so clear. My always mistakes in the rearview mirror.
This guy, I don't want to use the same delay throw, but I heard a little bit of this guy. I think it was the left side of it. Sounded good. So that right there Delay throw left. I'm gonna throw more of it there.
View mirror. I know they don't reflect me anymore. No. 'Cause I'm a new creation.
Cuz can come up.
'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right.
And
In the Lord.
in the Lord.
The Lord. In the Lord.
We'll go here. Vocal delay 1 again. We're gonna unmute that.
'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right.
Ooh, need more of that. I hear the kids downstairs. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I got a lot of compression on my vocal mic here. So if you hear the babies in the background or the kids getting in trouble, it's summer.
'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right. 'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right.
That is what I was talking about with the timing. So that doesn't feel right because a little bit of a rushed phrase there.
'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord.
Or maybe I just have the wrong time for that, for what I'm going for there. So I've got, let's see.
'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord.
In.
'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord.
I want in to start later. So let's go with half note on that one. So modifier keys, command control click, and we're gonna switch this guy for this delay throw from quarter to half.
I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right.
Nope.
I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right.
Let's try slowing down the groove just at that spot.
I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right.
That's better.
'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for His glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind. Oh, yeah. Every day's a rewind. Yeah. Let's go. Well, I admit I tend to overhead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind. Oh.
All right, let's see how it sounds there. The last phrase. No, it'll get messy having anything in the middle there. I think. Let's go this guy here.
That time, but every day's a rewind. Oh, yeah. Every day's a rewind. Yeah. Let's go. Well, I admit I tend to overthink. And get caught up in things that I can't change. 'Cause reminiscing is missing what's right now. It's missing what's right now. And I'm not gonna let that hold me down. Yeah, come on. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Yeah. Every part of our story is for His glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn that time. Every day's a rewind. So I will boast in all my weakness, for I am clothed with His forgiveness. No matter where you are, it's never too late to restart. Yeah.
couple more little touches here.
So I will boast in all my weakness.
Weakness. The word weakness needs a faster delay throw. So let's go here to number 1. I'm going to duplicate number 1. Everything from it except for the automation. And I'm going to change the bus to be 38. Call it throw 2. Set it straight down the middle, but we're going to change the timing from that to an 8th note. No dotted, I don't think. And we're going to thin it up a bit more. That's what I'm hearing in my head. A little thinner, maybe a little brighter. Super thin. Fast and feedback. No groove. We'll leave all that alone for now. Okay. Pan Man on that one can probably be a little wider and a little faster. We'll leave it alone for now. We got to hear it before we start making too many. Okay, so weakness. Where's the word weakness at?
No matter where you stand on my weakness, for I am weakness, for I am clothed.
All right, and then lead vocal track here. We're gonna go send it to delay throw 2. There it is. We'll send a full amount. Looks like it's already there from a previous effect, and we're gonna mute it and then unmute it.
My weakness, for I am clothed with his force.
Nasty.
So I will boast in all my weakness, for I am clothed with his forgiveness.
I'm almost thinking that sounds awesome. Let it be unmuted for the whole section, but then automate the volume up. We're gonna commit to that. All right, so we're gonna unmute this. Let's mute it, but then unmute it at the bridge.
So I will boast in all my weakness, for I am clothed with his forgiveness. No matter where you are, so I will boast in all my weakness, for I am clothed with his forgiveness.
Sounds cool to me. Maybe even some more. That sounds kind of awesome. We'll leave well enough alone. Let's go. Okay, so now we've got it going in. Let's call this what it is. It's throw 2. If I can type. Wow. All right.
So I will boast in all my weakness.
I'm going to try to do this. Pro Tools is a little laggy with the stream going. Let's set a level that's super low but still audible.
So I will boast in all my weakness.
That was practically inaudible.
So I will boast in all my weakness.
This one, we need to be super, super tight with the S's. So I'm going to go to my Nectar 2. I don't want those S's just carrying on here. Let's go. We're just going to choke it down.
So I will boast in all my weakness.
So the S's don't trigger the new delay here.
So I will boast in all my weakness. Even though we can't turn that time, every day's a rewind.
Whoop. I meant to drag this down. All right, let's go push it up.
Even though we can't turn that time, every day's a rewind. So I will boast in all my weakness, for I am clothed with His forgiveness. No matter where you.
I didn't like any of that. I think I'm going to draw it in. It's a little laggy for me to draw in, or excuse me, automate by hand. But I do want the pan man to be wider. It's going to be cool, shifting from side to side. Not too wide, but...
Even though we can't turn that time, every day's a rewind. So I will boast in all my weakness, for I am clothed with His forgiveness. No matter where you are, it's never too late to.
Some cool stuff in there. I'll have to play with it a bit.
Even though we can't turn that time, every day's a rewind. So I will boast in all my weakness, for I am clothed with His forgiveness. No matter where you are, it's never too late to restart. Every time you wish you could go.
Some good stuff in that one. Let's see.
Rewind. So I will boast in all my weakness, for I am clothed with His forgiveness.
A little bit sloppy with the S sounds. I'm going to do another instance of de-essing. I don't want to remove the top end, so I'm going to just compress against it or hit it with a de-esser, but it's just that top sizzly stuff up here. I'm just going to crush it.
Rewind. So I will boast in all my weakness, for I am clothed with His forgiveness. No matter where you are, it's never too late to restart.
And that's not doing it.
Rewind. So I will boast in all my weakness, for I am clothed with His forgiveness. No matter where you are, it's never too late to.
All right, this not bad.
Rewind. So I will boast in all my weakness, for I am clothed with His.
I want the word weakness to be more.
Weakness.
I guess it's not too bad. Select that whole bit right there.
In all my weakness, for I am clothed with His forgiveness. With His forgiveness. No matter where you are, it's never too late to restart. Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that.
And this guy here needs some verb. So here we go. We'll go touch mode.
Every time you.
Not sure. It's not gonna let me do it. Okay. Basically what I want is you to start to lift up and extend out with a verb. So let's see. Oh my, but way back here, not. I don't want to wait for all that time.
Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that.
And then I've got a delay that's already set up. It's called DG vocal delay. Eighth note on the left, dotted eighth on the right. This should be cool for this as well. So Command Control click, and now I can write automation to that fader.
Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that.
It's a bit much at the beginning. I wanted to kind of take over, but kind of fade in volume at the same time. All right, the only other thing I want to do to this is a healthy amount of that Cooper time cube. We'll go with the instrument one. And Command Control click. Beginning and end, and really just need it at the middle of the phrase here. Right there, I want that to become modulated like a beast, and then we'll drop the volume. So now we have to automate this down even more.
Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like. Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work. Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for His glory. So
I don't know. We'll see on fresh ears if I like that or not. But little love to the ad-libs. Okay. The end of the song.
So walk ahead knowing that's the truth. You've been redeemed, yeah, you're brand new. Come on. Even though you can't turn back time. Every day.
Let's write this up.
Brand new. Come on. Even though you can't turn back time. Every day's a rewind.
Yeah, I like the way it ends. I don't know if we need more. I forgot this was muted there, but I don't know that we need anything else but that.
Every day's a rewind.
Which delay is that? The 16th?
Every day's a rewind. So every day's a rewind. Every day's a rewind.
Might need a little more feedback. I tell you what, let's automate it at the end. I don't want it to get messy in the track, so we're going to Command Control click.
Every day's a rewind. So every day's a
Let's give it a lot more.
back time. Every day's a rewind.
You know what? It might not be. It might be the delay left and right that we're hearing there.
Back time. Every day's a rewind.
Because that doesn't sound good. Okay, so it is delay left and right. Put that away. Come down to delay left and right. Here's left. How much? Echo Boy. Okay, so feedback. Command Control click. And at the end of the song, we want quite a bit more.
Back time. Every day's a rewind.
Now, if you deselect something, Command Option Z in Pro Tools will reselect what you just lost. So if you click away and you lose it, healthy tip there. So 60-something% more there. Then we're going to go to the next one, Enable, and then snap down and do the same thing. Let's see what we get.
Brand new, come on. Even though you can't turn back time, every day's a rewind.
Yeah. I destroyed it. Oh, I ruined it. That didn't sound good. Let's put it back down a little bit.
Even though you can't turn back time, every day's a rewind. So every day's a rewind. Oh, yeah, yeah. Every day's a rewind. Rewind.
Oh, man. Horrible situation here. I need to, let me see. Bam, bam. Okay. Holy cow, man. Talk about nerves. I was listening and my voice all of a sudden shot to the left. Not completely, like almost like phase slash, like if you took the pan pots from hard left and right here and you put like, so my voice went to the dominant left side on my headphones, and I thought my headphones were broken. So I use a splitter that goes out the headphones for the Apollo Twin to my the sub pack and the headphones, so I can have both plugged in. And the splitter just took a poop or something, man. I need to run up to the store and get a new splitter. Okay, well, dang it, man. I'm happy about where we're at. Maybe it took a little more time than I needed to on some of these little things, but I tend to do that. So at this point, I'm going to bounce what I've got. I tell you what, just for any of you guys who are hanging out, I'm gonna hit play from start to finish. I'm gonna take some notes, but once the stream is done, once the song is done playing back, I'm gonna end the stream and put this one to bed. I'm going to call this mix 1 what I'll be to, I'll probably do one more round of me tweaking it, but got to get Vic and Jeremy something to listen to. So I'm going to be starting a new song. So I'm going to go take a break, grab some food, and then I'll come back after I let this play out, and we'll start a new song together. But I appreciate you guys who are hanging out live. You guys rock. Anyone who's watching this back, man, I hope you really enjoy it. I'm going to click over and show my face for the last bit of this here. There we go. So, hey, thanks to you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks to you guys who are watching it back. If you like it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's a brand new channel for me. Moving over from, instead of just doing videos at the Pro Audio Files, I'm going to kind of run my own channel over here as well. Get exclusive content by hanging out on this channel right here. So like, subscribe, and then please share with your friends. If you got anyone who you think would benefit, bring value to them, by all means share it. So we're going to listen to this together. I'm going to take some notes, and then we'll end the stream. No sub pack. Boo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. Let's go. I've done a lot of things that I regret. Yeah. Cold words, burnt bridges, and the time I've wasted. And I know that I've said it a million times. But there are days when I wish I could rewind. Take it back, yeah. A little down the road I can see unclear. I can see so clear. My always mistakes in the rearview mirror. I know they don't reflect me anymore. No. 'Cause I'm a new creation in the Lord. That's right. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for His glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn back time, but every day's a rewind. Oh, yeah. Every day's a rewind. Yeah. Let's go. Well, I admit I tend to overthink. And get caught up in things that I can't change. Cause reminiscing is missing what's right now. And I'm not gonna let that hold me down. Every time I wish I could go back, I know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of our story is for His glory. So I walk ahead knowing that's the truth. I've been redeemed, yeah, I'm brand new. Even though we can't turn that time. Every day's a rewind. So I will boast in all my weakness. For I am clothed with His.
This part could almost have just a little less top end, like make it more intimate, pull it in some. I don't know.
It's never too late to restart. Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for His glory. So walk ahead knowing that's the truth. You've been redeemed, yeah, you're brand new. Even though you can't turn back time. Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for His glory. So walk ahead knowing that's the truth. You've been redeemed, yeah, you're brand new. Even though you can't turn back time. Every day's a rewind. So every day's a rewind. Oh, yeah. Every day's a rewind. Rewind.
All right, there we go. So I may have a couple little tweaks here and there. Who knows whenever I go out to the cars that's set on the loop. But at the end there, we had Leon mentioned snare volume was a little loud. So I started listening for the snare. I like loud snare. So I would say almost everything I mix, my snare is too loud, and then I got to back it down. So I'm going to take you at your word there, and I'm going to I'm going to pull it back just a little bit because I still like it loud, but let me check it at the end there.
Every time you wish you could go back, just know His grace doesn't work like that. Every part of your story is for His glory.
Yeah, it's a little bit lower now, not too much. I don't think it's bad now. We'll run with that. But hey guys, thanks so much for coming on, for checking it out. You guys rock, man. Again, please feel free to share this. Coming on, hanging out. I'm going to be back on in a little bit, so we'll go kind of reality TV style. Just hit stream and I'll work and we'll knock it out. I have another song I got to jump to next. Let me see. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it through the way I have the audio routed. This was Rewind. I'm going to bounce that one, but then we've got, it's still in Dropbox. It's called Mystery. So stoked to dive into that one. We're going to do that in probably, I say an hour, and then it turns into 5 hours. So I'm going to try, it's 5 o'clock my time, 5:20. It's going to be a couple of hours easily, but we're going to rock that one tonight. Got to get it done tonight so that I can deliver all of those to Vic and the client. But you guys rock over here. Peace out. See you guys saying your goodbyes in the stream as well. So there we go. It's over. It's like, how do you say goodbye? Like the awkward conversation when you're on with your buddies, and yeah, I'm horrible at that. It's like, what do you say? But all right, we'll see you guys soon. Got another stream coming, and we'll see you then.